Grabe.
Galit.
Luma yung ano ko, Arlene.
Where?
Hindi ko ma-upload yung bagong background.
Oh,
Tayo, Mr. Chair.
Actually kami din. Medyo
Mr.
malaki
Chair,
yung
gusto mo ba makita background ko?
Nasaan ka ba?
Boom.
Puta, lupit niya na.
Grabe ah.
So, Cybersecurity Academy pa to.
diba? Ay, we're online na po. Magandang
Alright.
hapon mga ka-Pix Pro. Marami tayo ngayon. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, BP Ruby.
Yeah,
Good
magandang
afternoon.
hapon, Igarlene, at magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon, Miss Naomi, si Sir Ian,
Good
Sir
afternoon.
Ivan, Ma'am Micaela, Ma'am Jody, and of course, our Mr. Chair.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, VP Ruby, Mr. Chair, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Team TrendMicro. Thank you very much.
You're
Magandang
welcome.
hapon.
Sinare mo na,
Yes.
Arlene.
We're online na po, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Friday na naman.
It's Pix Pro 9.
Yes.
Pix Pro Day.
Oo. Ano naman pa shoutout naman dyan, Sir Ian, no? Sa South, nandiyan ka pa sa ano ba? Sa Annyeonghaseyo?
Yes, yes. Shout out sa lahat ng mga Pix Pro members natin dyan, fellow Pix Pro. Greeting everyone from Seoul, from South Korea.
Wow. Malamig
Yes.
ba dyan, Sir Ian?
Ha?
Malamig, malamig.
Sobrang lamig. Ngayon 5, pero pag dumadating sa gabi, mga nagne-negative 2, negative 1.
Lamig.
Hindi makatagal sa gabi sa labas.
Marami namang whiskey dyan eh.
Ayan na.
Sir Ian, may bumabati sa'yo. Paulo Roniel Labrador. Hello, Sir Ian daw.
Hello.
Hello, ka-Pix Pro.
Yun, no? Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon.
Ayan.
So, kamusta naman po ang week natin sa cybersecurity, mga ka-Pix Pro? Sirs, ma'ams, kamusta po?
Secret.
Bawal sabihin.
Friday.
Parang ang daming nangyari over the whole week. Actually, kung mapapansin nyo over the news, puro cybersecurity ang issue. I don't know if it's safe to discuss that today, pero yun nga po, very matunog ang cybersecurity, especially among women and children.
That's right. So for the weekend, happy dahil weekend na. Magandang hapon sa lahat.
Happy kami kahit hindi weekend. No.
Tama. Siyempre, sir, diba? Mr. Chair, we're always happy. Mapa-weekend or weekday. Lalo na, Casey na din. Magandang hapon.
Okay, Arlene. Banat.
Yes, Chair. So magandang hapon sa inyo mga ka-Pix Pro. Once again, it's alas Pix Pro na and gaya ng dati, making your Pix Pro Kwentuhang Cybersecurity your Friday weekly watching habit. So for today, mas mati po tayo ngayon kasi isa na naman pong kapamilya namin, we call them kapamilya na po dito sa Pix Pro, ang magiging resource speakers. Hindi lang po isa, dalawa po. And actually marami sila kasi very supportive ang Team TrendMicro para po sa ating session today ng ating Kwentuhang Cybersecurity. So, hindi na ako magpapatumpik-tumpik pa. I guess the Team TrendMicro can do a better job at introducing our guest speakers. Of course, starting off with Sir Ian Felipe.
Thank you.
Yes, the country manager of TrendMicro. Sir.
Thank you, Arlene. Thank you very much for having us. At kami po ay natutuwa mga ka-Pix Pro to be part again of this Friday afternoon Pix Pro session. And I hope everybody's doing fine. I'm greeting from Korea. I'm in Korea now, but I'm very happy to be online and to share my time with all of you. And sana everybody's in a very, very good situation this Friday afternoon. And this afternoon, kaming Team TrendMicro naman would like to share with you, or will be sharing to all of you, our own predictions in terms of cybersecurity. The main objective actually is to provide an in-depth understanding and awareness about the anticipated cybersecurity issues in 2024. And for the past year, 2023, we've seen a lot of cases and situations in terms of cybersecurity, ransomwares, everything, everywhere It's all happening. It is happening every minute of the day. So it is very important for all of us. Number one, first and foremost, is to be aware. Yan ang very important sa atin. To be aware of what is happening and what might happen so that we can prepare properly. Okay? So I'll not do that job. We will be having two of our most distinguished members of Trend Labs in the Philippines. Si Ivan and Jody will do the honor of sharing with you the predictions of TrendMicro for cybersecurity in 2024. But I would like to acknowledge as well the presence of my team members, Mikey Melencio, our marketing manager for TrendMicro, and
Hello.
Nayen Sanchez, our account manager, also from TrendMicro. So without further ado, Arlene, I'll introduce and turn over the floor now to Ivan and Jody for the presentation. Hi, Ivan. Go ahead,
Thank you, sir.
Jody.
Hello po, magandang hapon mga Kapix Pro. Hello, ako po si Ivan Nicole Chavez from Core Tech Engineer po ako, Threat Hunting Team. Kasama ko po si Ma'am Jody. Hello, Ma'am Jody.
Yes, hello mga Kapix Pro. Good afternoon. Thank you for having us today.
Ayan, so thank you po Ma'am Arlene for that introduction. Thank you rin po Sir Ian sa pagsama po sa amin ngayong hapon dito sa TrendMicro 2024 predictions. Okay. So,
Okay, let's start na. Are you sharing the file? All right.
yes
Go ahead.
po.
Okay.
Ayan. Yan, okay. Simulan na po natin yung kwentuhan, no? Talakayan natin yung critical scalability, the TrendMicro security predictions for 2024. Scalability is something both enterprises and criminals are concerned with, mainly because both needs to adapt to new innovations, systems, and techniques to scale up their operations. Today, my co-speaker and I will provide an in-depth exploration on the focal points of the 2024 threat landscape. We'll try to offer a clear perspective on the critical security aspects that require attention. Actually, we anticipate cybercriminals leveraging these developments as they continually seek opportunities to streamline operations, amplify the impact of their breaches, and adapt their well-established tactics. Business leaders will not only need to demonstrate their willingness to adjust to current events, but also reevaluate how well their workflows can accommodate the growth. They face a year full of opportunities to examine their capacity to adapt and expand alongside their changing business needs. As we navigate the expansive landscape of digital transformation, enterprises stand at the crossroads of innovation. The reliance on artificial intelligence, machine learning, advanced cloud solutions, and the emergence of Web3 technologies has become paramount. So, without further ado, we will delve into the threat predictions of 2024. So, this report provides us a thorough examination of the highlighted battlefronts, such as cloud environments, data and machine learning, generative AI, of course, hindi yun mawawala, software supply chains, and yung blockchain technology. So, to start off, yung initial prediction natin about cloud environments, pasa ko na kayo kay Jody. Thank you po.
All right. Thank you, Nico. So, for our first prediction, we predict that there are going to be cloud-native worms exploring or exploiting security gaps. Now, worms, ito yung mga self-replicating malware. And imagine swarms of these kinds of malware slithering through the cloud vulnerabilities, just like digital serpents. So wala na yung slow and manual attacks. We see these worms to be powered by automated scripts, and this will already allow the attackers to automate reconnaissance and even exploit yung mga weaknesses in these cloud environments and burrow deep into your systems. Now, we've already seen most of the enterprise applications moving towards cloud environment. So why is this? business and organizations already seek to reduce their reliance sa mga on-premises in IT infrastructure. And we're already moving to have cloud environments, as this gives us a more flexible, it also gives us a more scalable and a cost-effective cloud-based solutions. Now, with the ability of a worm to capitalize on vulnerabilities at scale and the ability that they can automate attacks, we see these worms to be one of the go-to tactics in cybercriminals arsenals this year. And bakit nga ba worm? You might be wondering, bakit of all things it would be worm out of all any other malware types? It's because they're highly destructive, and partly because the reason for this, or the reason or main purpose of a worm, is to propagate, and it makes it difficult to contain yung mga ganong types of malware. And given that they're at a large scale, they have the potential to cause a lot of damage in a very short period of time. Now, it would only take a single successful exploit for the threat actors to trigger rapid propagation in different or various cloud environments. And isang particular example dito is having misconfigured APIs in the cloud environments like Kubernetes, Docker, and 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐢𝐿. Those are the three of the most popular cloud environments nowadays. And exploiting these kinds of environments through misconfigured APIs, it allows attackers to gain initial access. And this will then allow them to resort to rootkits as their stealthy means of achieving persistence. Now, sabi nga nila, hackers can already use your own infected cloud resources against you in hindi na siya living off the land kind of attack. It will already be living off the cloud attack, turning your fortress into a weapon. Now, the call to action to these kinds of attacks are already clear. We can no longer rely sa mga passive defenses natin. So security teams must become proactive hunters. And aside from that, they should already scrutinize or continuously scrutinize their cloud environments for vulnerabilities bago pa mag-take root yung mga ganitong kinds of worms. And on top of those kinds of security measures, we should also review policies, tighten yung configuration, and invest in proactive scans. Now, just to share, na-mention ko kanina si Kubernetes. So Kubernetes is one of the most widely adopted container orchestration platform. So it's an open source system used for automating the deployment, scaling, and management of containerized applications. Now, yung mga ganitong types of platforms, ang pinaka-attractive or attractive target for the threat actors, given that they are often misconfigured, especially those that are running primarily in cloud environments with access to nearly infinite number of resources. And aside from that, ano ba yung mga reasons kung bakit na-exploit ng mga attackers yung ganitong types of platforms? It's because they have overly complicated infrastructure, neglected updates, and misconfigured setups. Now, just to share with you a study or a recent study on Kubernetes, they actually have over 350 Kubernetes clusters coming from different organizations, individuals, and among these organizations are even industry giants. And these 350 Kubernetes clusters were left unprotected. And because of that, at least 60% of those clusters were already found to be under attack from malware campaigns such as backdoors. And how do we mitigate or prevent ourselves from being attacked by these kinds of malware? Of course, security teams should also look beyond the usual malware and vulnerability scans. Sabi ko nga kanina, it's no longer about having passive defenses. We should implement and review our security policies, proactively scrutinize our cloud environments in anticipation of these kinds of attacks. And so another key point for this year is about weaponized data being used in cloud-based machine learning models. So, ano nga ba yung pinaka-big risk right now? AI, machine learning, it's become popular. And one of the biggest risks when it comes to those kinds of models is actually data poisoning. So when we say data poisoning, it's a type of an attack wherein the attackers try to manipulate yung training data set in order to control the prediction of a trained model. So this can happen during the model's data collection, or attackers may even compromise yung data storage and data pipeline. So I've mentioned cloud native environments kanina. The worms can attack these kinds of environments through misconfigurations. And aside from looking out to those kinds of attack, another one has emerged, which is data poisoning on machine learning models. It's going to introduce a new set or a distinct set of challenges to our security teams and to ourselves. Kasi this can threaten the integrity of the data itself. And models that are at a higher risk for data poisoning are models that focuses more on a specific kind of data set as compared to large language models or generative AI models that has a massive data set. So the reason for this is that yung amount ng data that is used to train these large language models or generative AI models is going to be hard for the threat actors to manipulate or influence. And kapag naging successful yung mga ganitong kinds of attacks like data poisoning, this can seriously harm the machine learning model. This can lead to different issues like leaking confidential data, extracting data improperly, and even producing biased results. This will open opportunities for exfiltration, sabotage, and even writing malicious code. Now, just to give you an example, we have we have a fraud detection system. So this fraud detection system, if trained on a tampered data set or a tainted training data, it's going to be difficult for that fraud detection system to identify illegal activities effectively. And we've also seen these in earlier examples already. We have, if you're familiar with Twitter's chatbot before, si Tay, they actually employed that model, and the purpose of that is to communicate with Twitter users. But in the long run, as other users try to hijack this and tamper with the data, parang finifeed nila siya ng mga lewd tweets and others, it became very ano na siya. Yung chatbot na yon, it was already tampered. And that's just one example, and we can see many more as AI progresses and as generative AI progresses. So what should we do when it comes to these kinds of attack? Implement zero trust policies and always establish a vigilant mindset in respective to enterprises in order for us to avoid falling prey to these kinds of scams, or what we call AI-powered scams. Now, in relation to that, it's also a similar topic to machine learning. Na-mention ko kanina si generative AI. Now, it has been the talk of the town. It has been very popular nowadays. And when we say generative AI, it has the ability to create realistic and convincing content. And we anticipate this to elevate the effectiveness of social engineering techniques. So, sabi ko, generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence capable of creating realistic content such as text, images, and other media. And this is through generative models. So when we say generative models, these are actually generative AI models that learn sa mga patterns and structures of their input training data. And then from there, they try to generate a new set of data that has the similar characteristics of those data sets. And with this, we see generative AI to stand out as a potent tool for attackers, especially when it comes to impersonation and identity theft. And aside from that, we also predict the use of voice loading. So we will see more abuse on these kinds of tools in the near future scams. Kasi we have hyper-realistic audio and video already generated or created by generative AI. And it's not just a prediction. We already see this in the earlier examples. One particular example is having deepfakes being used for misinformation. So when we say deepfakes, these are actually synthetic media that has been digitally manipulated to replace a person's likeness. Or it also involves the manipulation of facial appearance through deep generative methods. Now, currently, deepfake, as we see it, it's very powerful. Although it's not yet mature, as it's still at its earlier stages. So hindi pa siya masyado nakikita for operational attack. But its growing appearance when it comes to deepfake attacks, this is significantly reshaping the threat landscape, most especially in organizations such as financial institutions, but political figures, and even sa mga ordinary people. Now, just to give you an example, we have here yung sa fake Suharto video. This is actually in Indonesia. So, ang nangyari dito is they used generative AI to create a Suharto video. So, si Suharto, he was actually a dead dictator in Indonesia. And from that video, he demonstrated or he urges voters to vote for the candidates dun sa political party na yun. So that alone ignited debates on the consumption or use of AI when it comes to election campaigns. And aside from that, nakikita na rin natin siya here in the Philippines alone. We've seen fake news from vloggers, kaya nga, ayan, it's been rampant ever since last year. So, aside from that, cybersecurity, or aside from combating other malwares, cybersecurity must also help in combating misinformation. Kasi one of the reports from World Economic Forum, they actually released a global risk report. And nabanggit nila sa report na yun yung interconnection of misinformation and disinformation as one of the other factors of global risk landscape. Kaya, ayan, it should also be a part of our solutions to combat these kinds of misinformation. And I think to continue this report, I will hand you over to Nico.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Jody. Actually, meron tayo ditong report from the FBI. Okay, as per their findings, the primary crime type phishing accounted for approximately 300,000 reported victims in 2022. At tandaan natin, reported victims pa lang po ito, hindi pa ito yung hindi pa nagre-report or what more pa yung mga hindi pa nag-report ng kanilang phishing encounter o kaya hindi nila alam na na-fish or na-scam na pala sila dun sa specific na phishing campaign na yon. This year, phishing attacks are employing generative AI to enhance the effectiveness of the social engineering aspect, leading to an increase in phishing victims. Dito sa Pilipinas, actually, nag-abiso na ang PLDT Smart. Binalaan ang publiko dito sa mga generative AI phishing email kasi sobrang crafty na nito eh. Sobrang, very like na siya ng mga original na email. So, kailangan natin maging vigilant palalo pag tayo nakakatanggap ng mga emails na ginawa ng generative AI. We anticipate threat actors to enhance security in their source code and the deployment of phishing kits. Actually, the Phishing as a Service platform 16 Shop was dismantled last August 2023 as part of a global investigation spearheaded by Interpol. Law enforcement, successfully apprehended a 21-year-old Indonesian man, the alleged administrator of the platform, along with 2 other individuals implicated in its operation. Yung mga yun ay from Indonesia and may isa galing Japan. Electronic devices and several luxury items belonging to the suspects were also confiscated by the police. According to a report from cybersecurity firm Group IB, which was one of those involved, sa takedown netong 16 shop campaign, yung hacking tools nila, they have been traded on cybercriminal underground since November 2017, and were sold to more than 70,000 users in 43 countries. And itong tools na to, tinulungan niya yung mga hackers na mag-deceive ng mga internet users through emails, through yung mga nagkukunwaring banking information pala, and tinatry nila i-exploit yung personal or even yung banking information, yung credit card nila para makapag-extract ng pera. So, bakit nga ba sobrang effective o bakit ang daming kriminal na gumagamit na itong phishing platform na ito? According to statistics, the Philippines boasts 94 million active po ito social media users with Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, X or dating Twitter, and TikTok ranking as the top social media platforms. And dahil po dito, we observe a significant prevalence of phishing attacks, primarily targeting itong mga leading social media platforms natin dito sa Pilipinas. So, what enterprises should do, since Gen AI has been consistently leveraged, security teams should validate and authenticate all training datasets regardless of origin, whether they be from in-house sources or external providers. By training data, ang ibig namin sabihin dito, yung mga para sa technologies na capable of detecting yung mga phishing natin. Baka need na natin balikan, baka need natin tignan ulit, kilatisin para kontrahin yung mga Gen AI phishing kits na nakikita natin or makikita natin in the near future. Okay, in 2024, a piece of software can serve as a launchpad for spreading malware. Widely used and distributed software, pag sila na-compromise, may potential na gamitin ito ng mga cybercriminals natin para atakihin tayo, leading to a cascade of damage across a very tightly connected network. So, yung supply chains, they have become an attractive target for cybercriminals who wants to victimize multiple organizations through a single supplier. Meron tayong study dito, commissioned by TrendMicro, showed that over half of global organizations have had part of their supply chain compromised by ransomware. So we predict that malicious actors will attempt to infiltrate vendors' software supply chains through their continuous integration and continuous delivery systems. Ito po yung CI/CD systems natin. For additional context, itong CI/CD systems, ito yung tumutulong sa developers na mag-automate ng stages in software development. But of course, each project is different. There is no one way of setting up CI/CD pipelines as they are built in multiple tools and processes that come with each of their own dependency risks. Actually, a few years ago, a sophisticated attack on a provider of IT management service or software resulted in the compromise of numerous managed service providers and thousands of their downstream customers. Pero only 47% of organizations yung nag-share ng knowledge netong atake na to sa kanilang mga suppliers or partners. Kasamaang palad, 25% admitted to not sharing potentially valuable threat information with their partners. So ito baka wala sila gaanong information na ma-share in the first place, or even wala silang nakita sa kanilang systems. Kaya yung detection rates natin very low siya, especially for ransomware activities, including yung mga ransomware payloads. For example, yung encryption natin, appending of custom extensions such as .basta, .malloc, or any other known ransomware extension. Legitimate tooling, katulad ng paggamit nila ng PSExec, Cobalt Strike, Sliver, or iba pang open source na red teaming tools. Data exfiltration, paano po nila nakuha yung data dun sa victim machine na yun or victim system? Initial access, paano po nakapasok yung mga attacker dun sa victim system na yun? Then, last but not the least, lateral movement, paano po sila nakagalaw dun sa loob ng network ng victim na system or victim na network? So, speaking of ransomware, the Philippines actually ranked 8 in 2023 for ransomware detections. Numerous companies across various sectors, mapa private man o public, they are susceptible to ransomware attacks due to potential vulnerability exposure, social engineering attacks, katulad isa na yun yung mga phishing, or even more targeted as methods of assault. Nakikita natin dito na out of 83.9 million ransomware detections noong 2023, ang Pilipinas po meron tayong 1.87 million ng detections na yan. At top 3 doon na ransomware operators na causing havoc here in the Philippines are orchestrated by highly professional cybercriminals. Nangunguna po dyan si Lockbit Ransomware with 1.8 million detections, followed by Trigona at Black Cat or 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐧𝐝 Ransomware. Isa po sa mga common sa kanila, no? Lahat po sila merong tinatawag na initial access na phishing. Lalong-lalo na po si Lockbit na ang notable na initial access nito ay phishing through emails na nagkukunwari po silang partner nila or nagkukunwari po na company or bank na naghihingi po ng specific access dun sa system. So, what enterprises should do? Security teams should implement application security tools to gain visibility in CI/CD systems. Key steps include integrating application security tools across the CI/CD pipeline para po bawat stage dun sa pipeline na yun, ma-detect po natin if may suspicious activity. Isa pa po dun, thorough research before deployment is crucial. Tignan po natin yung mga libraries, tignan po natin yung mga containers, lalong-lalo na bago pa mag-update para ma-check natin if may nakapasok ba or may possibly nakapasok ba na malicious code galing dun sa update na yon. Next is continuous and thorough scanning of all libraries and containers, especially for hidden vulnerabilities. So, kilatisin natin, tingnan natin baka po may mga natatagong mga madaling ma-exploit po na mga software o madaling ma-exploit na binary na pwede maging initial access netong mga cyber criminals na to. Then lastly, vigilant monitoring of external dependencies, particularly those from upstream sources, helps identify and address potential vulnerabilities before exploitation. So, yung mga patch notes po, yung mga future plans ng mga upstream sources na yon, sana po tingnan po natin ng maigi para ma-check natin if ito ba may dating may mga possible vulnerabilities ba, baka may dati bang track record ng may suspicious activity dito, ano yung dapat nating paghandaan if ever man na ma-patch ito or if ever na mag-update dito sa mga bagong external dependencies sa CI/CD systems natin. Okay. Then, last natin, but not the least, yung blockchain. The blockchain's capability to establish tamper-resistant online ledgers and enable transparent transactions presents numerous use cases for businesses, ranging from the creation of social networking platforms to establishing e-commerce na mga websites. So pag sinabi pong blockchain, ako personally, ang unang pumapasok sa isip ko is Bitcoin. Meron din impregnable data. So sana i-reconsider natin yung mga ganun na thoughts, no? Kasi blockchains can be plagued with implementation hiccups, security holes, or even data overload, demanding the dedicated management systems. Additionally, kailangan natin i-note na hindi sila immune to denial of service attacks or even cloud storage attacks, which could potentially lock yung mga users nung specific na blockchain na yon, hindi na nila makuha kung ano man yung transfer nila sa specific na chain na yon. So may nauuso po ngayon na tinatawag na private blockchain. So by private blockchain, usually nakikita ng mga cybercriminal, ito ay private targets. As companies increasingly flock these closed-door networks, criminals are likely to follow. They are attracted by the valuable assets within. So, iniisip nila na, okay, private network ito. Ibig sabihin may something na dapat sa loob lang ng network na yun i-share, baka yun pwede kong gamitin or pwede namin makuha para For example, makapag-double extortion kami doon. So isa po yun. Unlike battle-hardened public chains, the private ones often lack real-world stress tests and are easier to manipulate. Imagine nyo na lang mga extortionists or even malicious actors na biglang kukunin na lang yung mga administrative rights, biglang mag-encrypt nung chain or nung entire private chain na yon, and even mag-demand pa ng ransom. So dahil dun sa sa mga onting tinatawag natin na validating nodes compared sa mga public chains, kaya yung private networks natin nagiging prime target siya para dyan sa mga katulad na yun na attacks. So for enterprises, organizations offering these services that rely on permission blockchain networks should ensure that their network of nodes is adequately distributed to withstand potential cyber attacks and outages. So pili po tayo, cloud-based convenience or on-premises control na tinatawag, pero each of them with their own security trade-offs. Next is master the code, secure your smart contracts, especially those written in Solidity. Kasi ito, if I'm not mistaken, gumagamit ito ng Ethereum. By staying vigilant of language-specific vulnerabilities. So, yun po, expound ko lang yung smart contract. Ang smart contract po, ito po yung mga tinatawag na self-executing computer program. Tapos kaya niyang mag-execute ng terms nung contract na yon without involvement of any third party or manual na pag-approve dun sa sa contract na yon. So embrace vigilance. Partner closely with your blockchain vendors to stay ahead of evolving threats and implement robust security measures. Work hand in hand po tayo when it comes to, for example, private chains na gusto nyo pong salihan. The blockchain revolution is very much underway, yet not without its challenges. So let us brace ourselves for a 2024 where the boundaries between innovation and exploitation become blurred. So will you be prepared to navigate this digital frontier with caution and foresight? The choice is yours. And that ends our critical scalability, the TrendMicro security predictions for 2024. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, mga Kapix Pro. Predictions for 2024.
Thank you, Sir
Thank you,
Nico.
everyone.
I wouldn't say na maganda or pangit because ito yung glaring fact na meron tayo ngayon. But thank you for educating us on what to expect. So, Sir, pauna na akong magtanong. Coming from the trend,
Alright.
siguro ang iba... Yes, sir?
Ipatanggal mo.
Yan.
Yan.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So coming from the trend that we have, siguro way back 2022, 2023, what do you see as your forecast? Would it be worse or worst in 2024? Or are we seeing a different playing field na ngayon? Is this a different playing field altogether? Or parang recycled pa rin ba ang issues at problema natin, nag-level up lang?
Yes po. For me, nag-evolve po eh. Parang katulad rin niya ng technology. As cybersecurity progresses, nag-evolve din. Or as technology progresses, nag-evolve din po yung cybersecurity po natin. So, if ever na, for example, ito yung threat nowadays, for example, phishing, ngayon nag-evolve na siya using generative AI na. So, masasabi ko po nag-evolve po yung threat natin as technologies continue to advance, especially ngayong mga current current technology na meron tayo. Yun po yung sa akin po.
Siguro just to add to that po, no? Sabi niya it's going to be reused. It's not about being reused. Sabi niya kanina advancement. And mas nag-advance yung technology due to artificial intelligence. Sabi ko kanina, there will be automated attacks. So we see the threat landscape to be reshaped and possible, madami na tayo makikita other types of malwares that are already automated. Even polymorphic attacks na hindi na siya static. It's already changing. Pwedeng ito isang type of malware but it can already be deployed in different types of platforms. It can change its code. It's morphing already. Ayan po. I hope we answered your question, Ms. Arlene.
Yes, definitely.
The topic ng TrendMicro is really very interesting, ano. Kanina nga napaisip ako should we embrace AI or should we just erase it, no? Sobrang nakakatakot siya, although the power of AI is really very, very amazing. No? Pero bago mo na yan, Sir Ian, meron lang ako napansin dito sa mga nagme-message. Ang daming nag-hi, Sir Ian dito. Mukhang marami kang mga fans. Anyway, may isa nagtanong po dito from Jean Asonitse. May we know if the SMS from ano ba to? SSSC lol-sent is legit?
Yan ata yung nag-SMS na. Ano ba
Banking
yung
to,
message
Mr.
nito?
Chair.
Yung message niyan, yung meron kang credit yata, parang pera. No? Tapos para bago mag-expire, karang i-access mo yung link. So siguro dito sagot natin dito kay
Jean.
lahat po ng message sa'yo na hindi mo naman ginawa, hindi po totoo yun.
Tama
Okay?
po.
Kung may napanalunan ka na wala ka naman sinalihang contest, hindi po totoo yun.
Agree,
Mr.
Mr.
Chair,
Chair.
add ko lang po, last December, di ba, parang ang daming delivery. You need to answer, something like that, no? And they're rushing you to answer. So I think that's,
Hoy, ka-cancel daw nila.
Nabiktima na po ako niyan.
Biktima ka pa.
No, sir, actually, it was a different, let me just share. Kasi nagkataon din that I was ordering for an item overseas. And the item was supposed to be shipped to me by the PhilPost. Sakto naman, I was waiting for the parcel. The supposedly PhilPost texted. So what I did is I fact-checked. So I asked the seller on the status of the delivery. Kasi pag binuksan mo siya, kamukha niya talaga yung PhilPost na website. So, pero kakaiba. So, I did fact check. So, buti na rin po. I learned about cybersecurity on FixPro. Kundi muntik na.
Para ma-lessen yung possibility na mabiktima ka, any link sent to your SMS, do not open. By default, ganun dapat ang rule mo sa sarili mo. Pag may nagpadala ng SMS sa'yo na mayroong URL, huwag mong buksan yun. Kasi
Tama, Mr.
99%.
Even Mr. Chair, even sa mga Messenger, Viber, WhatsApp, anything
Yes.
na ipadala sa atin,
Telegram, yes.
lalo na kung hindi natin alam kung sino ang nagpadala, hindi natin kilala. Tama si Mr. Chair kanina, kung wala ka sinalihang contest, hindi ka mananalo.
Sorry.
So, huwag tayo maniniwala na nanalo tayo kahit $200 pa yan or 1 million. Pero so sigurado, these are just tactics na eventually, somehow, somewhere along years back, I'm sure na biktima madaming tao. But nowadays, especially that's like this one that we're doing every Friday, PixPro, no? Kapag Friday, madami tayong natututunan sa mga cybersecurity. Let's try to make ourselves aware kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa paligid natin para din hindi tayo nabibiktima. And not only ourselves, to share it to our family members. It's very important sa anak nyo, sa kamag-anak natin, mommy, daddy natin who might most likely maniniwala sila sa na-text na-receive nilang text. So sila yung mga dapat nating ingatan din. We are very privileged kasi medyo alam natin yung nangyayari sa paligid. Pero yung mga kamag-anak natin or mga kapitbahay natin, close friends natin, baka wala silang alam kasi hindi naman sila nakakapanood ng cybersecurity or nakikita na lang nila sa news. So this is one of our ways. Actually, that's one of the reasons why si TrendMicro very active din sa sharing of information like this sa PixPro. Kasi ito lang yung paraan namin para makatulong din sa bayan, sa mga kababayan natin of sharing the information. Kasi itong mga engineers na to, si Nico, Ivan, and si Jody, magagaling yung mga yan eh. Nasa loob, nag-aaral talaga yung mga yan. So talagang they have this information and knowledge. And even ourselves, kami mismo natututo din sa kanila. So I hope we can do this as a practice, like practice in a sense na learning, continuous learning tayo. Makinig tayo sa mga experience ng iba para hindi na din tayo nabibiktima.
Opo.
Yeah. Very well
Actually,
said.
sorry. May share din lang po kasi sabi ni Sir Ian, i-share po natin sa mga kapamilya natin. Actually, may isang muntik na instance na yung tatay ko po nagbabrowse sa Facebook, then may nakita po siyang ad sa isang sikat na headphone brand na maraming likes. Actually, 1,000 likes lagpas. Then yung mga comments po is sobrang dami din. Naka-sale daw, 53% off. So, si Papa, yung mata niya po, kumikinang na kasi magandang deal po talaga sa kanya yun. Naghahanap siya ng Bluetooth speaker at Bluetooth headphone eh. Tapos, nung pag tinanong niya sa akin, Kuya, pwede nga i-check mo to kasi naka 53% off, saktong-sakto pang regalo ito sa mga ano natin, kamag-anak, tsaka syempre sa akin din. So, ayun po, dun ko po isa po sa mga ah, doon ko po na-apply yung mga nagagawa ko po sa work, no? So, tinignan ko po yung mga accounts po pala na nagko-comment, yung po pala ay mga bot accounts. So, nalaman ko pong bot accounts kasi they are from 2023, tapos yung mga comments nila is very similar with one another. Tapos nag-check din po tayo sa Google if ito ba talaga yung website nung sikat na headphones na yun. Yung po pala, iba pa pala. Iba
Yes.
pa yung yung website nila dito sa Pilipinas na ginagamit. So, nakakatakot pero nakakaba. Pero buti na lang dahil si Papa medyo nakakwentuhan ko na din tungkol sa cybersecurity.
Yes.
Nagtatanong na siya bago mag-click dito sa mga links na
Very good.
nakikita niya, especially sa Facebook. Yun lang po, share ko lang sa adding with Ma'am Arlene yung niya, experience niya.
Thank you, Sir Nico. Sir Nico, very mainit ang ating, Sir Ian, Sir Nico, of course, the rest of the TrendMicro team, mainit ang ating comment section. So meron dito, as threats evolve, we need the more reason to push for awareness and building more cybersecurity niches in the country. Agree po, nice presentation. Good work sa TrendMicro, hindi kami nagkamali sa inyo. This is from Christopherson Hison Lagwatan.
Thank you. Thank you very much po.
Thank you po.
Classmate ko sa masteral ngayon sa Lasal.
Maraming
Wow.
salamat po. We're very happy to be here. Mr. Chair, isa sa mga natutunan ko kay Ivan, na pick up ko kanina, sana kamag-anak ako ni Ivan. No? Ang mga kamag-anak rin regalo ng mga high-end na Bluetooth speaker. Sana kamag-anak ko tong batang to. Mga
Nakasale
marigaluhan
daw
ako
po
eh.
sir nakasale. Pag hindi po
Naunahan
nakasale,
mo ako,
hindi
Sir
kaya.
Ian.
Parang kaibiganin kaya
May
natin to si
payata,
Ivan.
Arlene.
Sir, may follow-up pa rin pala si Sir Christopherson. AI is here to stay, much like any new technology being embraced, responsible use and awareness. We have the power to defeat AI as the human mind has more capability than AI when it comes to decision-making. That's true.
Correct.
Critical thinking and human integrity. And that what is being addressed and strengthened by cybersecurity awareness. Sir, maipasok ko lang, in the US, we currently have this very hot topic about the social media platforms and they're undergoing hindi naman masabing hearing, pero maraming discussion about creating a law, an act in the US to safeguard our children and of course the vulnerable sectors on the use of the internet and of course the social media platforms. So sir, anong comment natin about this one?
Yeah, Jody, anything before technically on your perspective?
For me, I think kasi ngayon sabi natin, it's social media is already being used or most widely used by almost billions of people already. Even kids at a young age. Sabi nga natin, hindi na siya nako-control with just parental guidance alone. And kanina nabanggit ko, there will be rampant on fake news, fake information. And that will also be one of the key targets ngayon, yung mga bata, basta-basta nagpapaniwala sa, may nakita ko dito sa social media, it's nice. Parang, it's interesting for them. And I
Ikaw,
think,
Jody, hindi ka ba nagpapaniwala, Jody?
minsan, sir, may mga times muntik na, but,
Hindi, kasama ka sa
minsan,
mga bata eh.
Tama.
we were trained to adopt zero trust policy, sabi nga. Pero sa mga bata, that's not applicable kasi mga bata pa po sila. That's why, I think other laws, hindi lang sa US, are already starting to implement governance on these kinds of platforms. Kaya, it's a very good start. We should actually be focused on those kinds of things. Tapos si TrendMicro din, we also have, ayun nga, awareness. We promote awareness on cybersecurity. So hindi lang siya on cyber professionals, on students. We also promote or promote awareness sa mga bata. We have internet safety for kids and families as well. So I think that's one.
Ako, Arlene, if I may, no, Miss Arlene, I think AI is definitely here to stay, and it's not that we have no choice, but we can embrace AI because this will really help us. It was created because it will help us in the future. But as a cybersecurity professional and someone who is knowledgeable about it, ang isa sa mga role namin is to make sure that we try our best, we make sure that everybody is aware how to protect themselves. Lahat tayo, I think, we will embrace AI one way or another. It may not be now sa lahat kasi yung iba okay pa rin sila sa ginagawa nila, but in the near future, everybody will adapt AI and everybody should adjust. And adjust in a sense na you have to think of your protection. If you're an organization, you have to make sure that you have the right solutions. You have the right partner. If you are an individual, you make sure that you are aware of what is happening in your surroundings. Do not
Akala ko if you're an individual, you find a partner.
Kasama na yan, Mr. Chair, para mag-isa. But seriously speaking, if you are an individual, for example, hindi ka connected sa company, a lot of some of the people are parents or hindi talaga affiliated sa industry ng cybersecurity or in an organization. Some are working in the hospitals, in hotels, wala sa IT industry. They might not know much about cybersecurity, but it will be our obligation to help share this information to everybody.
Thank you, Sir Ian.
Sabi ni Paul dito, AI is inevitable.
Oh yeah. Si
Ako
Paul,
kasi I embrace AI. Angel intelligence.
parang ibang embrace yung ginawa eh.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, meron dito nag-message, no? Thank you for the knowledge that you share for us para ma-aware din kami, lalo na we work in a private company. We can share it to our staff. Good job, Insan Ivan. Mabalos. Ayan.
Yan. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mabalos man po.
Mabalos. Tapos, from Christopher Son, Laguatan ulit, TrendMicro, I'm interested to connect with you for cybersecurity aimed for students. Thank you. Yeah, pwede, no? Actually,
Yes.
pwede rin tayo mag-collab kasi Sir Christopher Son, PixPro, meron din ganito. Actually, meron kaming gagawin sa February 8, no? Atin ba kayo doon, Sir Ian?
We are fixing our schedules kasi weekdays to, no? But we would love to. Mamaya sabi ko.
Yeah, okay. Meron din kaming gagawing cybersecurity awareness, no, sa isa sa mga school sa Rizal. So it's gonna be sa February 8. So yes, Sir Christopher, sir, you may get in touch with either TrendMicro or sa PixPro then. So just go to our page and we'll make sure that we will attend to you kung sa amin man or sa TrendMicro. Because, you know, when it comes to advocacy, iisa lang din naman kami.
Tama si VP Ruby. Thank you. And to Christopher, no, so definitely TrendMicro has programs about sharing information to students. So kami mga sa TrendMicro in the Philippines, just for everybody's information, medyo madami kami dito sa Pilipinas. We're 1,400 workforce in the Philippines. And this is the global support of TrendMicro globally. I mean, global support of TrendMicro to all our customers. But aside from that, we are doing a lot of things for our communities around us. Isa sa mga, if I may share lang, no, isa sa mga what do you call this? Isa sa mga challenges ngayon or problem ng industry natin ngayon is lack of cybersecurity skills. And this is one of the things na lahat ng buong industriya trying to address this gap in terms of skill set, because it is critical that while we embrace this journey, the what do you call this, the technology, the journey about globalization, about everything that is happening in the internet, even in the cybersecurity, kulang na kulang yung skill set ng mga companies pagdating sa cybersecurity. And a lot of organizations kasi ngayon, whether big or small, dati kasi mga malalaking companies lang ang namomroblema sa cybersecurity. But nowadays, even you as an individual, even a small tindahan or groceries who is into internet and secure or records data, they are being hacked as well. Even lalo na mga individuals natin, no, mga bangko natin, online banking natin, online purchases natin, lahat ng credentials natin nasa online na. Even us, tayo mismo na hack. So one of the things that we do is we partner with the universities. We try to partner with the universities kasi yung mga universities natin ngayon, they are coming up with the cybersecurity curriculum or course itself na. Dati curriculum lang, we're trying to inject curriculum sa mga courses. Ngayon, they are trying to put up a course already about cybersecurity. And si Trend Labs dito sa Pilipinas, mga ka-Peaks Pro, kasi one of the things or one of the departments dito sa Pilipinas is helping or educating cybersecurity sa lahat ng mga schools. So we're trying to help some of the universities and hopefully dumami pa sila, creating a curriculum, creating or drafting a course para sa kanila. And then siguro, hopefully, we don't know, 5 years from now, Mr. Chair, baka mas madami na ang cybersecurity professionals. At sa mga nakikinig ngayon, mga magulang, I encourage you to encourage your children, to go into cybersecurity. This is something that would be beneficial not only to their careers, but also as an individual and to your family. Habang dumadami po tayo mga cyber warriors, nagiging safe somehow ang world natin.
Grabe, serious.
Kasi ikaw kasi Mr. Chair eh. Okay.
Pero totoo yan,
Cybersecurity. Security is serious daw, Mr. Chair. Yan ang aming country manager, right?
Actually, what is obviously depressing, no? And disappointing and frustrating is that the bad guys on the AI side, there are two sides, no? The good guys and the bad guys. The good guys create an AI. The bad guys create a better AI. So for the longest time in my 28 years in cybersecurity, that never changed. It is always the bad guys having a better having the better tools, the better techniques, and until today it's still the same. We have good AI and then bad AI is better. And then it remains that way. It is sad reality. So that's why I always ask the question, are we winning? Are we winning this war? I mean, those who are into the cyber defense side, that's a lot of considerations to make. We are fighting our own internal battles. We have war within us, no? While the bad guys, they collaborate, they have their own supply chain, they lend tools with each other. I think that's the not a very good way to end our session today, but that is the reality. There is a need for us to still, until today, I say this, 2024 na, there is a need for the good guys to come together.
Amen.
And really come together and talk about this growing menace in our society because sabi nga ni Ian, it's no longer just the big enterprises that are becoming victims. Even our kids
Yes.
are becoming victims.
Mhm.
And we are still worried about things that are counterproductive.
Mhm.
So hopefully, one day or someday, the avenue for everyone, every good or cyber defenders, cyber warriors that are for the good, will finally reconcile, come together, work together, and move forward in unison.
Very well
Yes,
said.
yes,
Mukhang
Mr.
nagparinig si Mr. Chair dun sa gagawin naming activity ni Arlene. So
Amen to that.
we're trying to craft an activity that will unite all the good guys, no? But
Ah.
doon lang muna.
Sali
Kasi
kami dyan,
Oh.
VP Ruby.
naman, oo. Ano kayo, pag hindi kayo sali, salamat na lang, parang gano'n. Kung hindi kayo magjo-join, salamat na lang, parang gano'n. Yeah, it's already 6:03, pero gusto ko lang sana pagbigyan niyo lang ako na batiin yung ang mga nakita kong officers ng PIXPRO. Nakita ko kanina ang ating past President Ace at saka si Sir Alan of Bacolod. Hello po sa inyong lahat. And of course, we have here our amigo Carlos Alberto Reyes, Buenos Tardes PIXPRO. Ayan. At sa mga iba pa po na hindi natin ma-mention, pero si Seven Hostings nandyan talaga palagi, no? Grabe ang attendance, no? Okay, Darlene.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Team TrendMicro, for such a very insightful, very comprehensive presentation and kwentuhan with PIXPRO. Maraming salamat po. And definitely, this will kickstart our 2024 engagement. More to come po. Thank you, Sir Ian and team po.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you also, PIXPRO, for having us this afternoon. Sana maulit lagi, pero we're very happy to share everything that we have in our office, and not only to the organizations or enterprise companies around us, but also to individuals. Kaya itong PIXPRO, gustong-gusto namin kasi itong access namin sa mga individual professionals din.
Maraming
Thank you,
salamat
Sir
sa Ian.
Ian.
Thank
Si
you.
Ma'am Micaela, before we end, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes.
So Mikey is our marketing manager for TrendMicro. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Mikey.
Naubos na ni Ian lahat ng pwede naming sabihin.
Ginawa na ni Ian.
Kumota si Sir Ian.
Wala na kaming
Mr. Chair,
masabi.
kaya ayoko minsan sumali eh.
Parang 30 minutes kaya ata nagsalita.
Sorry.
Okay lang yan. Oo. Gusto namin talaga na nandito lagi ang TrendMicro, especially with full force, to.
Thank you.
Basta siguro passionate ka sa pinaglalaban mo, VP Ruby. Marami ka talagang masasabi. And time itself, non-existent.
Tama
Correct.
ka.
Correct.
Alam mo, pag cybersecurity, kahit 24 hours kulang.
Yes, totoo, share. 24/7 is kulang. And like what we usually say,
pagtapos ng 24 hours, may bago na naman eh.
Tama.
May bago 24 hours na naman.
Kaya never ending, no? It's a continuously moving target.
Mhm.
The job is never ending. The profession will only grow, no? But we need also to adapt to the situation. You need to read. You need to keep on learning. It's going to be a long journey of learning. Bukas may bago na naman. If you don't read tomorrow, then you miss one day. If you don't read for 2 days, then you miss a lot already. So yan ang lagi natin sinasabi, especially for the young ones, the aspiring cyber warriors. No, you wanna be a cyber warrior, you need to put in majority of your time learning. Yan ang Okay, Arlene, baka magtagal pa tayo dito. Pag ako
Yes.
Baka may itanong pang
Tumaha.
isang question, mga 30
Yes
minutes
po.
tuloy yan, Mr. Chair.
alam mo, madami-dami akong kwento. 28 years in the making.
Ay,
Gagawa tayo ng special niyan, Chair. So mga ka-Pix Pro, maraming salamat sa isang magandang kwentuhan na naman with you, Team TrendMicro, of course, to our Pix Pro BOD, to our tech porters, of course, our members and avid followers, viewers, and subscribers. Maraming salamat po. And like what we always say here at Pix Pro at sa ating cybersecurity community, kung ang iba po, happy ang weekend kasi magpapahinga, mag-spend time with the family sa ating po sa cybersecurity. Sana po sabay-sabay na tayo. 1, 2, 3.
Happy
Happy
lang!
lang!
Walang
Weekend!
weekend!
Happy
Everyone!
Friday!
Hindi ko
Maraming
na
Thank you so
pag-
much.
TrendMicro, thank you so
Maghang tayo
much.
sa part na yun.
Ian, Naomi, thank
Ingat
you.
po.
Thank
Thank you, Sir Ian, Miss Naomi, Miss
Bye.
Mikey, Sir Nico, and Miss Jody.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Pix Pro.
Bye-bye.
Salamat mga
Thank
ka-Pix
you
Pro.
so much po.